Hello and welcome to another episode of the one and the only Explode Your Coaching Business Show. Here is Simone Vincenzi with Artie as well. Artie, say hi. Hey.
Hey.
All right, and today we have the one and the only Ryan Lee. So let me tell you how I met Ryan. It was a bit of a weird situation. Just imagine Gary Vee, imagine a boxing ring, and imagine London. And that's how we met, right, Ryan?
And that's how we met in the boxing ring in London.
Exactly. And I was helping in the backstage of the event. You did an amazing presentation on stage, and I said, I need to connect with this guy. What he's saying is all great. So for those of you that don't know Ryan, he's the founder of Freedom Media, and is also considered the #1 in the world for the topic of lifestyle entrepreneurship. So before we go into like a bit of what got you to start this journey, why lifestyle entrepreneurship? What the heck does it even mean?
You know, it really is. You know, people talk about balance. It's about building a business that fits around your lifestyle. And I don't have an issue with money. I like money, but to me, the most important thing is my lifestyle and my freedom. Everyone talks about building a business, scale. You know, get to 10 million, to 20 million, to 100 million. Get 50 employees, 100 employees, and for some people that's fine. And raising VC funding, that's great. That's what you want to do. God bless you. Like I don't judge anyone. That's never been my goal. That's never been what I want. I've always been about my family. I have 4 young kids, so it's about being able to do what I want, help people, impact a lot of lives, but still have balance. Like even this interview we're doing, it was supposed to be an hour straight, but we're going to do like a part 1 and 2 because I have to run and go get my kid and take her to the dentist because there's a little dental emergency. So, but that's, to me, like that's lifestyle entrepreneurship. Even this afternoon, I was working from our swim and tennis club, with my laptop. And I know it sounds cliche, I know it sounds cheesy, but it really is just, there's nothing wrong with being small, because at the end of the day, it's really, in terms of income, it's really more about the profit. It's more about the net. And I would much rather have a business that generates $5 million with 2.5 in profit than the headaches of running a $100 million company that has like $1 million in profit.
Exactly.
Again, that's me. Yeah. So that's where I am, and that's what I do, and that's what I teach now.
And that's great. I've been following you, and for those of you that haven't joined the mailing list of Ryan Lee, he is awesome. You will see regular updates, and you get to know him personally as well as his daily choices. So now the question is this like, I've been seeing all these YouTube ads or Facebook ads about all these people with, the yacht behind them. So maybe it's not even their yacht, or with a big plane behind them. It's not even their plane. So is it that what lifestyle entrepreneurship, freedom lifestyle is, or do you see it in a different way?
Yeah, look, lifestyle entrepreneurship is whatever you want it to be, right? If the idea for you is, if you're like a 22-year-old guy and all you want to do is hang out and party and meet women, and that's your thing, then that's your thing. And I don't judge. Like if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. For me, the way I look at lifestyle entrepreneurship and the people who follow me and are in my tribe, it's more about, for us, it's more about family. That really is what it means to me. I never cared about the fancy cars or the fancy houses. Yes, we live in an incredible town in New Canaan, Connecticut, and we have a house that costs over $1 million. But I don't care about the fancy stuff. I really, really don't. Even right now, I wear a T-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops. I just, the money's never gonna. It's the money and the toys. It's never going to give you that fulfillment. If you were unhappy when you're poor, you'll be unhappy when you're rich. To me, it's about being able to work for a couple of hours in the morning from a coffee shop, which was what I love to do, and then working from home in the afternoon and being done by 3:30. Like every day, that's the thing. 3:30, I'm done. And then I coach baseball. I've coached lacrosse for my kids. I've coached soccer. I go to all their tennis matches and swim meets and their gymnastics meets. And last night I was at my gymnastics meet with my daughter till 8 o'clock last night. So that's what I think lifestyle is. Again, my personal choice. Yeah, and you're right though. There are a lot of people, and they do those cheesy, hey, look at me with my cars, and that's a pitch that's been done on infomercials for 20, 30 years, and there are people that buy into that and they love that and they try to believe all that crap. A lot of it is fake. So buyer beware. I'd rather look, I'm real. Like you could see, I am filming this. Like this is in my basement. I've got my little record player down there. Like this is what you see is what you get. So I think people like the fact that I'm real, that it's never about the material things for me. And I'd much rather have an experience like go on a nice vacation with my family than buy a $500,000 car, which I could, but again, it doesn't make me happy. If it makes you happy, it makes you happy. To each their own.
Yeah, exactly. It is about what makes you happy as a person, and spending time with your family, with the people that are meaningful for you. So also, if Rose as well, we have here a few Rose as well. Hi, Rose, great to see you. Yolanda, and if Artie, do you have any question to Ryan at the for the moment?
Come on, Artie.
On lifestyle entrepreneurship. Before I move on another question that I have, which is there, is ready.
Okay. What did you go from being, say, in the corporate world to being a lifestyle entrepreneur? And if you did, what made you shift?
My first job was actually not the opposite of the corporate world. I worked in a children's rehab hospital, and I worked there for 6 years. And I was a recreational therapist. So with the kids, I was in the pool, I did adaptive aquatics. I did sports and games and recreation. Excuse me. And on the side, I was a personal trainer. So on the side is when I had a website built for me. This was back in 1999, so pretty early in the internet years. And it was about sports training because I was an athlete in college, a captain of my track team, and I love running and training. So the site was just meant to promote my personal training and my sports training company, and it turned into.
I remember when I saw you backstage. You have a bicep which is as big as my head. So I was like, man. Keep going.
Yeah, that was my world. That was my world of fitness. And I always thought I'd still work at the hospital, and then I became actually a gym teacher for a little while. But that was the world I was in. This stuff on the side was more fun, and it was like I was passionate about sports and fitness. And lo and behold, I started making money. The real money started happening, like consistent income, is when I took all this content I was creating and made it a paid membership site. And this was the first sports training membership site probably in the world. I mean, I don't know of anyone before that in 2000. So
right,
this all kind of happened accidentally, kind of. I never thought I'd be on here being interviewed talking about business. I thought I would just be the fitness guy and the training guy. But enough people kept asking me, the fitness professions are like, well, Ryan, if you can make money online and build this lifestyle business, can you teach me? I said, sure. And then I started having all the successes, and pretty much every online fitness success story has either been one of my students or one of my students' students. So they kind of trace a lineage to me. And then everyone's like, well, if you could help all these men and women in the fitness industry, can't you help us? I'm like, absolutely. And that's why I created Freedom. And that's why I'm talking more about entrepreneurship, and more specifically, like my little slice in this entrepreneurial world, and there's a lot of great people talking about entrepreneurship, is lifestyle. It's not about working 24 hours a day. And it's funny because where someone I met in London, I was speaking, I spoke, and then right after me was Gary Vaynerchuk, who you guys, a lot of people listening might know. And I like Gary, and we have a very similar background, and we have a similar work ethic, but we're kind of on the opposite.
Completely different.
Absolutely.
His is like work 50 hours a day, and if you don't know 50 hours a day, what the heck are you doing? Like create 50 hours a day,
right? Look, I believe in. It's funny because people say, "Oh, Ryan, you don't believe in working." I believe in working hard, but I believe, and it's gonna sound cliche, but I believe in working smart. I don't think you have to work 12, 15, 18 hours a day. And Gary, he said publicly that his thing is like he'll work from like 6 in the morning to 11 o'clock every single night during the week, and the weekends he's off. And that's cool. That's his schedule. That works for him and his family. Awesome. God bless him. But I can't do that. I am much better for I'd rather work, 2-3 hours in the morning. So I'll work 95% of my work is done from 7 to 10 in the morning. I go to the coffee shop, and then I'm pretty much good for the day. Yes, I can work, and yes, sometimes from noon to 3 is when I'll do interviews and podcasts and things like this with you great people. But I just don't want to work till 11 o'clock at night, and I can't. I'm not functioning that well. So I'm about being productive. But here's a problem with some of the messaging that some of these guys are teaching. They give the message of be everywhere. You know, be everywhere, do everything, be on Snapchat, be on Instagram, be on Facebook, and you can't. You just can't. Like, you can't. So you've got to pick and choose. If we're talking purely marketing and tactical.
The question is coming to me is what is your favorite social media that you say, okay, I cannot be everywhere. Where do you focus and why for your personal goals? Because what I'm interested in these interviews is understanding how your incredible great mind works and just picking pieces of it. So I'll put them back. Don't worry. Yeah. Don't leave your head cracked. But
if you want incredible minds, you shouldn't have me on. Okay, what was that?
That's why I called you, right? Because you're way too humble, but you're doing amazing stuff. So what is your favorite social media and why?
So in terms of social media, and that's a great point, you really do have to kind of pick and choose, right? There's two big questions. The first question of who's your audience and where are they? So are they, people that do they tend to watch a lot of videos? Like, is that what the market demands? Are they watching YouTube all the time? Is that where they are? Is that what they love doing? Are they video? Are they, I'll give an example. Are they like baseball players and everything is about watching baseball videos? And maybe that's where you want to be, right? And then the other question is, okay, that's where they are and that's where they tend to be. Then does that fit into your skill set? Does that fit into your strengths and your passion? So if you can't stand the idea of even being on a video, even if the thought of being in front of a video terrifies you, then I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what Gary Vee says. You shouldn't be doing video, right? Yeah. Like, if you love writing, then you should be focusing on the writing. So it's trying to find that happy medium between where the market is and what you love doing and what you're really good at. If the beauty happens, like the magic happens, is when you merge the two. When the market is there and they're in the video and they're watching video and you're really good at video and then you're there, then watch out. And that's what happened with Gary with Wine Library. Like, he was really good at video, really engaging, and there's people watching the video, and it's like it all just kind of happened. So it is looking at the market, but looking inward too. And I have some people my clients are terrified. But
I agree with you. So for you, which one is the one that you prefer? Do you prefer
me?
Video? Do you prefer writing?
For me, it's Facebook, because everyone is there, right? Everyone's there. If you go online at the grocery store or supermarket or waiting anywhere and you look at people on their mobile and on their cell phone, half of them, 80%, are going to be on Facebook. Right. They're on their Facebook app. Like, they just are. Everyone is just there. So I like Facebook. I like doing my Facebook posts. I have our private groups in there, and I'm doing more and more Facebook live videos because I love, again, my strength is this. You didn't send me any questions at a time. It's just going, and it's going with the moment and interacting and kind of getting that So I am in heaven with Facebook Live because it was built for me. So that's where I'm focusing. Like 95% of my attention is right there. And then we'll try a little thing. We'll try a little Instagram and some other things.
I love Facebook myself. I think that Facebook, everyone is there. I use Facebook a lot. The only instance where I found that the audience is not on Facebook, and it's not maybe target audience, but just for people that might work with teenagers. Teenagers are all on Snapchat. I was in a school. I've been in the school all week doing motivational talks, financial awareness courses, and I was looking because I give break and I say during the break, don't worry, you can take off your phone, and because for them is I'm not allowed the phone in the school, so it's something new. I just give them a bit of that freedom. And I see, and everyone is not on Snapchat. And I was like dancing while I was presenting, and as you can see, like the phones popping out like from below the desk. They were Snapchatting. But I think that for a business right now, there are not enough adults. There's going to come, but there are not enough adults in Snapchat. What's your thought on that? Before we move on to the last 10 membership sites.
Yeah, I mean, if I am, and we have a Snapchat account, and we'll kind of play with it once or twice. I still don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's funny. I opened it up the other day, and my daughter, my 9-year-old, saw the Snapchat thing on my phone. She's like, "Dad, you have Snapchat?" And she clicked it. She was about to do a video. I'm like, "No." So, it's again, you just can't be everywhere. You know, if your market though, if you're a motivational speaker speaking to teens and trying to reach all of them, then yeah, then you should be at Snapchat. But for me, I'm not really reaching the teen market. If they want to find me, great, but I'm not really going for the teens. So, you know, I still say in general. So and there'll be some example. You know, there's obviously for every example, there's going to be an exception to the rule. But in general, I would say if you had to kind of pick one platform and say, Ryan, where are you going to put your money? I would put it on Facebook, just because the numbers. That's what I would do. I would still focus on that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think that's invaluable for everyone who is now in the situation of, oh my God, what can I do? There is too many social medias. I cannot choose. And
you don't have to be everywhere, and you can't. No, you can't be everywhere, and don't try to be everywhere.
That's brilliant.
So, quick question. What would be your maximum amount of social media sites to be on?
The maximum amount of what?
Social media sites that you'd be on for business purposes.
I mean, we'll have an account everywhere, but you know, so we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, Snapchat, we have Pinterest, Instagram, but and it's funny. For a couple of months we were kind of playing, especially with Freedom, putting some posts on there. It really wasn't worth it. Here's what I found. Most of our return on investment, the way we grow a business, not a hobby. I don't care if I have 1 million Facebook followers. It doesn't mean anything to me. What matters to me, business-wise, is my email list and the revenue. Right? That's the reality. And the way we do that is through focusing. Our world is focusing on doing more paid traffic. That's the only thing that's scalable. The other platforms, it's great, and social media is just incredible. It's done so many things for people, and people build businesses just on social media. But at the end of the day, you still don't own that data. You don't own that platform. You could be working your butt off and have 2 million followers on Facebook, and they can close down your account tomorrow, and you're dead. We have a friend, you know, a guy that spoke at the London thing in a couple months ago was Sean Whalen.
Sean is going to be soon in our podcast.
Yeah, Sean's great. He's become a friend of mine, and he's built his whole business on Facebook on his personal profile. And I remember about 2 weeks ago, he just disappeared for like 3 days, and he came back and said, for some reason, there were a lot of complaints, so Facebook closed me down for 2 or 3 days, and he even said, I realize now that I can't put all my eggs in this one basket because it's scary. His whole business is based on that. And what if Facebook's not going anywhere anytime soon, but they can close the account, they can do whatever they want, and you have no recourse. But Facebook can't take away my list. Right? Yes. They can't touch my email list. They can't touch my business. So I look at social media as a way to connect with people, but as a way at the end up to still building your list so you can have control of it. And I think this is when 99% of the people screw up. It's only about it's a lot about ego. It's a lot about look how many followers I have. I know one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, has I want to say 16,000 Facebook fans, right. Which in the world of it's not a huge amount at all. It's not a lot of people would love to have that, but it's not big by any chance. No. His business is close to 8 figures. He could care less. He could care less about how many Facebook fans he has. He's not spending his time there. He's focusing on the paid stuff, on the list building, and the email communications. That's real.
I found a lot of people say I need to grow my Facebook page. I'm like, I built a 6-figure business with 370 followers on my Facebook page. I'm like, I don't give a damn about my Facebook. I mean, I now starting caring more because I'm doing more paid traffic. So the more fans I have on my Facebook page, the more accurate it is with analytics. But on the other side, I got less than 400 Facebook fans on my business page, and I'm doing fine. I mean, cannot complain. So we have a question from CD Shulo, which is, what paid advertising is the most cost-effective solution for B2B clients? Okay, Ryan, do you want to really briefly tap on this one before we go into memberships?
So do you want me to talk what pay advertising is most effective for B2B clients? if you're talking about online paid advertising,
Yeah.
and we're not talking about offline direct mail, that's a whole other story. I'm assuming everyone here is more into the online world. What I would do, I would do paid media email sponsorships. So finding the people with the lists, going to the associations. So if you're targeting accountants, going to the National Association of Tax Accountants, and they're going to have an email newsletter, they're going to have a big list, they're going to have a following, and they're going to have sponsorship opportunities, and I would get there. That's what I would do, and send them from there to a free offer. You could try Facebook ads, but I think the most effective way is cut through all that crap and get right to the source.
Right to the source. Fantastic. Now, Ryan, I know we are in the last 8 minutes of our interview. So, quick question is, membership sites. What's working? Because you are a pioneer of membership sites, and also you are on the edge. Like you know what's coming next. So, right now, what's working? Actually, first, what's not? 3 things that are not working right now, and 3 things that are going to be working now and in the future. So if someone is thinking to start their membership site or any sort of membership that can give them that freedom with the recurring revenues, so then they can spend the time with their families or the people that really they love the most, like you are doing. 3 things that are not working, 3 things that are going to be working.
All right, let me think about this. What's not working? There's various degrees of working and not working, right? What's not working, it works in terms of getting new people, but it doesn't work because you get so many cancellations, so many refunds, and so many people who hate you. So I'll put it in the not working category. It's what's called forced continuity, where it's like, hey, buy this water for like $2 and then get a free month of my membership site. And they hide it. They bury that you're going to be billed $19.95 a month after. It was popular 5-8 years ago. I know one guy doing it, and they get so many refunds. And you go in their Facebook group, and everyone's like, I didn't know I was going to get billed. I didn't know it. And it's not worth it. So I would put that in the not working category. One thing that doesn't work as well is
be honest.
It's never
be honest with your audience. Yeah. Tell them what they're going to get, what they're going to pay for, so they can make the best choice for themselves.
Right, absolutely. In terms of conversions, what never has really worked that well, especially if it's cold traffic. So people will buy an ad, and they'll send them directly to the membership site, right? So there'll be an ad for, hey, learn how to be a professional guitar player. They click on it, and it sends them to the homepage with, hey, join the Guitar Marketing Academy. It's just $39.95 a month. Very, very hard to sell memberships like that, unless you're a name brand like a Netflix, where everyone already knows what it is and they're in. So what you need to, so on the flip side of that, what is working is taking a specific component of that. So maybe it's how to get, I don't know, how to be a YouTube superstar teaching guitar. It would be taking that little component of the membership site, highlighting that as the bonus, really selling that and say, oh, by the way, you get this whole training for free when you become a member of the Guitar Marketing Academy. So don't try to sell them right into a membership. And then the opposite side is what's working is take a little piece of that, highlight that bonus, one section, and build a whole promotion on that. Another thing that is working is what we're doing right now is we've basically kind of re-engineered the Netflix and did the Netflix model for lifestyle entrepreneurship. So at freedom.com, it's all about, there's so much stuff in there, and we add a new training every day. We know you're never going to be able to get through it all.
I'm going to be adding a training soon as well in your membership, but it's crazy the amount of commitment and dedication that there is in adding a training every day. Man,
it's insane. But we've become, we're positioning ourselves as unbeatable because no one in the right mind is going to try to compete with that.
Yeah.
Like we're really building a business that now if you have a website and it's like $99 a month and you have like one training a month and it's okay, we're going to destroy you. Like you're just not going to compete with us. So that's a big thing, but it's a big commitment. It's like going all in. I just did a full day coaching with a guy who is building, we're going to do the Netflix model. I don't want to say the market, but it's such a good market. It's so prime, and it's so good that I'm actually going to be a partner in it. I said I'm going to invest because I love what he's doing and he's fully committed. So thinking about how you can kind of go above and beyond with your offer. That's the key. So just giving so much value, not necessarily just so much like adding lots of crap. It's got to be good, but making it such a no-brainer that people are like, how do I not join? Like, how do I not do this? How do I not invest in this?
Before we wrap up, is because maybe listeners don't know that. Do you create the content every single day yourself, or do you have other people contributing to the content? Do you use a balance of them? What do you find in your model, in the way you're building the business, that really works for you and for other people that would love to go to membership sites?
Well, obviously, I've been doing this for a while, right? So I have some resources. When I started, I did it all myself. And when I say I did it all myself, I'm talking 5 years, and I mean everything. I mean, if someone had a billing problem, I mean going to the office supply store and photocopying the booklets and putting them in binders and putting them in boxes and going to the post office and burning DVDs and putting labels on it. Like, I did that all myself for 5 years. So when you're first starting out, don't get so cocky and be like, oh, I want to outsource everything. I don't want to do anything. Like this, you should know your business. But then what you eventually want to do is get to the role. There's a great book called Rocket Fuel by Gino Wickman. And there's two roles. There's the visionary and there's the integrator, right? I'm now in the role of visionary, where I come up with the big idea, the concept. Here's what I want it to look like. Let's do this. And then I have a guy, Matt, who's full-time, and he's our integrator. He takes it and makes it a reality. He's now going out and doing the interviews. I still add content. I still go onto our private community group every single day to answer questions because I love it, but it's not 100% dependent on me anymore. And it's very hard to run a lifestyle business if everything is dependent on you. But at the beginning, it's going to have to be. And as you grow, here's a big mistake people make is they'll make money. They'll make, oh, I had a good month. I made $6,000, $7,000. They take it and they go, honey, let's go, let's buy a new car. Let's get the Mercedes S-Class. Let's go on a cruise. And they blow all that money instead of being smart and taking that and reinvesting it back in the business, saying, you know what, I made $7,000. Here's $500. Let's go spend it. Let's celebrate. Let's put some aside for taxes, and let's take the rest and let's hire someone. Let's hire an integrator or someone to grow this, and let's put it back in. Let's build some more resources. Let's surprise our members and show them that we're really in this for them, and we're just gonna knock their socks off.
And something that is really important. Now we are wrapping up because I know we are 30 minutes in. We're going to do a part 2, guys. So don't worry, we're going to do a part 2 for this interview because I have so many questions I want to ask you, Ryan, and you've been incredible so far.
We're just getting started.
We're just getting warm up, right now. Now, so how can people get in touch with you? How can people find more about you? Because something that I love, and this is why I would always promote you for people that want to go into the lifestyle entrepreneurship, is that you're in there for the long term. You're not in there for the quick buck or sign up to my training program for £30,000. If you don't have £30,000 or $30,000, then you're just a broke bastard, and they make you feel a bit shit as well. So I remember there was an exchange in your mailing list about a couple of emails of a client, of a person that was working with you that went to invested 30 grand in a program that actually wasn't the right thing for her, and there was another upsell for 50 grand. So something that I love about you is that you are in there for the people, and almost really everyone can afford your services, which are incredible good quality. And it takes guts, in particular in a market where everyone everyone is almost convinced that you need to charge this 15 grand. If you don't charge 15 grand, you're a loser. Right. So
yeah,
I mean, respect
and there's a lot of people who are not. A lot of my colleagues are not happy with me because I'm kind of making them look bad by spilling what really goes on. But the truth is, you don't have to. It's crazy. It's gotten to the point where people call me and they say, Ryan, well, I talked to this coach and he said, I'm never going to make money online unless I charge $10,000 for coaching and coach them how to be a coach to teach other people how to coach. And it's a friggin' pyramid. It really is. It's BS. We have our membership is $1 a day, right? $1 a day, which anyone can afford. If you can't afford $1 a day in your business, then you're probably not that serious about it. And I get it, and it's fine. But and you could do really, really well with that model as well. You can offer premium products. You can offer low prices. There's not one way. There's so many ways to build a business, to build a lifestyle business. Don't let anyone tell you that's the only way to do it. If they tell you that, It's because they want to sell you something to teach you how to do it.
Which is the only way. Which is the only way. Oh, my, that pisses me off so much. This is the only way. I did a video on what pisses me off about the personal development industry. I think I got about 3,000 views in 2 days. That was just going out there, and it was talking about those stuff. But now I know you need to go. So how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, I gotta go pick up my kitty. You can go to freedom.com, freedym.com. Sign up for a free newsletter, or ryanlee.com, ryanlee.com. And that's it. Those are the best ways. I'm there. I do a pretty much daily, 6 or 7 days a week. I'm always giving content. I'm always trying to share and teach. And come on, it's free, no obligation. Come on to my email. We're gonna have some fun.
It is, and actually, I really, from observing the way you are doing your email, and I got to see just already the impact that you have. For example, in my business, I started emailing my list more regularly. While before I was doing once a week or twice a week, now I'm doing it more regularly, a bit more personal, because I really love your style. So I think that if someone even wants to learn the way you do it, is a great way that goes more really a genuine way to really care about your clients. All right, so it's time for you to go, Ryan. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you for having me.
I'm really looking forward part 2. Artie, thank you again. And guys, make sure you go and check out Ryan Lee. He is freaking awesome. Up until next time, always.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
See ya.